Howdy, and welcome back to Chicken Police with Wickedstorm Gaming. Gonna talk to Madame Zaiwass.
Let me introduce myself properly, ma'am.
Mr. Santino, I know who you are. And I also know your partner. The legend of the Chicken Police is always one step ahead of the Chicken Police.
I don't know if that's good or not.
Thank you. That's flattering.
May I ask what
We're never
you
gonna be able
are
to do
looking
undercover
for
work.
exactly? Here on this night?
You know, that's an interesting question. The card we've shown your lovely colleague.
Belongs to an old friend of ours, whom we haven't seen for a long time here.
And the name?
Unfortunately, no, Mr. Santino. That's confidential information. In my line of work, discretion is everything.
Well, you know, in our line of work, the law is above everything.
Oh, do you think so? I could tell you what your colleagues think is also above everything, but, as I said, discretion.
Look, man.
Well, some cops frequent the joint, apparently.
We're conducting a private investigation, which started off as harmless, but now it's murder.
That sounds serious.
It is
Apparently.
serious. That's why we'd be grateful for your help.
In that case, I'm at your service. Ask your questions, and I'm going to answer to the best of my knowledge. As long as you're not wading through muddy waters.
Fortunately, I swim very well for a chicken.
That's good.
I swim well, too.
Be very worried.
So, gentlemen,
Let's see.
Alright, straight to the questions then. Strange
as I
card.
was saying, it belongs to us. Only our most valuable guests have one of these. And our employees, of course.
The employees, too. Good to know. Can you tell me if this card belonged to a guest or an employee?
No.
I thought so. Yes, thank you.
The employees have one.
Louis Hayworth is a good friend of mine. It surprises me that he's a regular here.
You wouldn't believe our clientele. You would be sure.
Was she just laughing?
No doubt. Louis, does he come here often?
Not so often.
Yeah, it's pretty
Thank
often.
you for the vague answer, ma'am.
Told you, man.
The
Nightly.
mystery is thrilling. The
You know when it's
thrill is
blurry,
life
the
itself.
background, it looks like a rabbit.
That was
The jaws look like
beautiful,
ears. I missed that. What'd she say?
Louis Hayworth?
You?
No doubt.
Not.
Thank you for...
The mystery is thrilling. The thrill is life itself.
That was
That's what she
beautiful,
said.
ma'am.
Alright. But yeah, it looks... When it's all blurry, it looks like ears. Anyway, the questions, yes. Strange list of
Have
names.
you ever seen this list?
I have.
Am I right to assume it has something to do with the sweltering Nile?
It does, yes. But I can't tell you more about it. No.
Discretion is key.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. This list of names, it is clearly connected to everything, but nobody will tell us shit about
Do
it.
you know Natasha Katsenko personally?
Yes, I do.
Tell me about her.
Warm-hearted, protective, quick-tempered, fierce. Yes, fierce.
Thank you. Very useful.
This place isn't just our home with the girls. It's a sanctuary.
Really? How?
It symbolizes why the city was founded almost 1,000 years ago.
Dad's old city.
Unity, love, freedom.
Interbreeding?
That too, yes. Do you have a problem with that?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I don't. My girlfriend's a predator.
I still don't know what the fuck she is,
Really?
though.
I'm glad to hear it. So, Jen,
Let's see.
Okay, it looks like we're doing an investigation. Hopefully we don't fuck it up.
Deceit is everything to Zaiwass. She used to be a spy, so I'm gonna take her every word with a grain of salt.
You do not look good from the front. Who is behind the legend, monsieur? Who are you really? Oh, she's already down in the negative shit.
Who's behind the legend, Miss Zaiwass? Who are you, really?
I'm still not
Just
100%
an
on what I'm
animal
supposed to be
raised to
doing.
survive, Mr. Featherland. And because I've been taught, I know how to survive. I always was what I had to be.
And you managed to dodge my question. Clever.
Well, you see, this is one of the typical elements of survival. The way of dodging a delicate question and still making the questioner believe he got the answer. But you're too cunning and experienced, aren't you? You're not an easy one to fool.
I'm trying to maintain appearances, ma'am.
You should. Appearances, most of the time, are stronger and more dangerous than the truth.
Really? You're really a king spy? Royalist nowadays?
Isn't it dangerous being a royalist nowadays?
You know, Mr. Featherland, those that are genuinely dedicated never care about danger. That's something you must know even better than I.
Do you think it's my loyalty that motivates me the most? If you do, I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Maybe you're not loyal to the police, Mr. Featherland, but you are to your own principles and ideals. Am I right?
I thought you could say that about
True,
anybody.
but you're avoiding the question. Why did you stay in the king's employment after the scandals that are making half the city riot? What makes you still believe so much in the institution of monarchy?
You know, I always adapt, but only to a degree where I still don't have to give up myself and my ideals for the sake of survival.
You'd rather die then?
Maybe it would seem too dramatic or even romantic to you, but yes, exactly.
I'm sorry to
right.
doubt you, but I've always thought your kind was rather compromised.
Do you mean spies or crocodiles?
That's a good
Spies,
question.
of course.
Yeah.
I must disappoint you, but there aren't many groups as loyal and unwavering as the spies, Mr. Featherland.
If you're telling me, ma'am, I believe you.
Yeah, you're not gonna send some. Oh, I lost some shit on that. Who's head of bro?
What is the sweltering Nile? Is it really just a luxury brothel?
Yeah.
First of all, it's what it looks like. Luxurious relaxation with luxurious ladies and gentlemen. For wealthy ladies and gentlemen with luxurious needs.
And under the surface?
If you're insinuating that my girls are kind of spies, you're on the wrong track. On a very wrong track, to be precise.
Don't they have confidential information on almost all the wealthy bachelors of Clawville?
Bachelors? Don't be naive. Almost exclusively married men visit here.
Well, then my
That's
question
unfortunate.
is even more valid.
Of course, they know much. Many visit here who don't care about sex, Mr. Featherland. Some come here to talk. And meanwhile, they inadvertently say a lot about themselves.
Which makes them easy targets for blackmail, right?
It could, yes, but even the assumption is offensive.
Alright then. Well, I'm just fucking up, aren't I? If I guess who the card
If I
belongs to.
guess who the card belongs to, will you tell me?
I wouldn't say that's an acceptable price for such a secret as this, but if you guess right, I won't lie to you. Then, I will tell you you were right. Yes.
Good. Let's see. The answer to my question, Natasha Katsenko.
Well, Mr. Featherland, it seems the gossip about you is right. What gave it away?
It couldn't have been easier. There's a beautiful woman with a mysterious past, trying to keep it a secret, while someone's threatening her with the exact same thing, leaving rather unmistakable messages behind. Plus, we found the card on Deborah, who was her best friend and confidant, so she was either trying to hide it or destroy it forever, so no one could find out the truth. Am I right so far?
Indeed, Mr. Featherland.
So if I'm not mistaken, Natasha used to work
I don't
for
fucking
you.
think that bad. Why do I
before
keep
she
getting
met
negatives?
Ibn Wessler. He fell in love with her. Gave her a job at the Millions Club. The rest is history.
You have talent, Mr. Featherland. I'm really sorry you're not working for the government.
Is he
I
not?
am working for the government.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Are you sure, Mr. Featherland?
Touché.
Indeed. Natasha used to work here. We can put it that way, but you know, this isn't just a workplace. She also lived here. She was part of our family, and we still love her very much.
Right. That puts everything in a different light. Zaiwass is a true survivor, always was. And she's proud of that, even to this day. Maybe I can get her to trust me if I play to this part of her.
Maybe. Plus 15. All right, there you go. Tried to shape her into your image. You tried to protect her from what? She's dangerous. Why is that? Well, she's a crocodile and used to be a fucking assassin. So, I mean, that probably has something to fucking do with that.
You tried to protect her. From what?
Natasha came to me penniless, cold to the bone, and wounded. She was only 17 years old. Even if she were my enemy, I would have taken her in until she recovered. Yes, I'm like that. I
would
was
say to me she was your
raised
enemy?
to be like that.
Haven't you seen any opportunities for profit? Or were you guided by pure animal goodness?
Is that so hard for you to believe?
I think that worldly women like you try to turn every position to their advantage. I hope I don't offend you.
On the contrary. But no. I didn't see any opportunities in a girl who could barely speak our language, who was starving and wounded and obviously running from something. In fact, I was taking unnecessary risks because of her.
Really? Think about anything to keep your secrets hidden, am I right? Stolen coins is just a mask. Still took her in. Why?
You knew you were taking a risk, yet you still took her in. Why?
I don't know, Mr. Featherland. These things can't always be rationally explained. Not even when I've lived my whole life based on reason, on logic, almost every step calculated.
So Natasha came and turned your whole life upside down. She's like that, isn't she?
It's in her nature, yes. Poor thing can't help it. She's like a tornado. She usually takes everything with her.
That's quite an apt metaphor. But I have to agree.
Did she sweep you away, too?
I don't know yet, madam. I'm clinging firmly to the ground. Do you know where Natasha came from? Before Clawville?
Naturally. The poor dear couldn't even deny it. Even her name's eloquent, her accent, but mostly her manners, Mr. Featherland. She's from Zaiwass, and she belonged to the upper class of Stavonian social circles. She could barely even speak the language when I first met her.
That's all you know about her. An ex-spy like you must have checked up on her new protege's past.
That's the most exciting thing. Yes, I have. Multiple times putting my most treasured connections to good use. But nobody found anything. Natasha's trail could only be traced back to the Stavonian border. What happened in that country, no one knows.
It's rather
Can you tell where she
curious, don't
crossed
you
the border? I
think?
feel like you get some information
Mr.
from that.
Featherland, yes. Curious. That's why I've always been rather fond of Natasha.
Did it touch you deeply when she
Spies like
left
secrets.
you?
Indeed, it did.
Zaiwass is protective. It seems she's dedicating her whole life to her proteges. If I concentrate on that, maybe she'll open up to me.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you complete. No. I think it's gonna be one of these two. You kept in touch? Why did you let her leave?
Have you kept in touch?
Only occasionally, Mr. Featherland. She writes to me every few weeks, and very rarely we talk on the phone. But I haven't heard from her in weeks. The truth is, I've started to worry about her.
Did she give no sign of being in trouble?
Never. No. Natasha's not the kind to talk about her feelings.
Yeah, I've noticed that myself.
Last time you saw her, were you angry at her for leaving? She might bad secrets?
When was the last time you saw her, Madame Zaiwass?
Maybe around 2 months ago. There was a ball, attended by Ibn Wessler, his beautiful mate Natasha, and myself. Yes.
Was she herself? Did you feel like she was afraid or worried about something?
On the contrary,
We're getting a lot of questions for these one questions I'm
free,
picking.
radiant. She was in love. Yes.
Whoop.
Unique way.
What do you mean?
You know Natasha loves on a different level than most Clawville women. Or most women in the wilderness, in fact. Maybe it's because of the Stovonian origins. Perhaps it's something else.
So you didn't notice anything strange about her?
Well, if anything could be called strange, it was that I saw a woman positively floating above the ground, who previously used to stand on it with 2 feet.
I see. Thank you, madam.
Very happy, huh? How did you feel when you learned that
How
was going
did
to
you
leave?
feel when you learned Natasha was going to leave?
Honestly, I was very hurt. I loved her as a daughter. How would you have felt?
I couldn't say.
And I still couldn't stop her, and you know why?
Of course I do. Because you loved her.
You've been in my shoes before, am I right, Detective? Yes, I can feel you have.
This isn't about me, madam. Please stop changing the subject.
I have felt betrayed on a certain level. Yes, and offended, and alone. Even amongst all my friends.
Were you disappointed in her?
Only in myself, Mr. Featherland. But I have a hunch you know this feeling very well.
Yes, you're right. Well, thank you for your time, madam.
Anytime, Detective. Yes, anytime.
Considering we were dealing with an ex-spy, I feel like we did pretty good. Yeah! Legendary Chicken Police back in action. Still a bit weary, but untarnished. Aja worked at the sweltering Isle brothel. Yes, she did. I'm not going to retry that. I did that fucking awesome.
Please, gentlemen, wait here a moment. I would like to show you something that could help you.
Oh, that's excellent news. Thank you. We will wait.
Do you trust her?
Not in the slightest. Even her smile is fake. This woman wallowed in other animals' secrets until she became one too.
That's exactly how I feel.
Anyway, now that we're here, we can take a better look around.
Just what I was thinking.
She's not... Oh, we're snooping, are we?
Yes.
Alright. There's nothing hidden behind the picture? Okay. There's some shit going on here.
These books are here for a reason.
They mean something. Owls don't blink. Slimes. That doesn't even have a name. So blink, slime, punishment, 7 pieces of mind. One of these, about guarantee, open some shit. The red pig. No, yeah. Yeah.
These books.
There's gotta be one you can pull out and open a secret hatch or something, right?
These books are here.
Here for a reason, yeah.
These books. These books.
The red pig doesn't give me anything.
These books.
What? Yeah, boy. Alright, so that's something. Was there a time on one of these? Sleeps on punishment, 7 pieces of mind. 49 years of a reptile. 49 is the only number I'm seeing. 7 and 49. I mean, 7. Whoop. I did it.
A hidden door. Who'd have thought?
She is a legendary ex-spy.
Yeah, we were supposed to save that for the next episode, but I accidentally clear.
Why isn't a key good enough? I mean, you can take that with you, but riddles can be solved by anyone.
He makes
I
a
don't
good
think
fucking
many
point.
animals get to be in this room, Marty. And the other thing is
Maybe she wanted us to find it.
exactly what I'm thinking. Who knows? Anyway, we're going in.
We're going in. All right. Well, for now, though, we'll go in next time. And for now, like it if you liked it, subscribe if you want, share it if you can, and do what you want. I can zoom? Oh, I can zoom. Ooh.